I posted this card on my blog a couple of days ago, and several of my viewers have asked that I make a video on how to make these lovely lilies. To make the lilies, these are the supplies that you'll need. You'll need the 5-petal flower punch. You'll punch one of these for each of the lilies. You'll need some soft suede ink and a sponge to sponge the edges. You'll need a hole punch, the small hole punch. You'll need a Daffodil Delight Stampin' Up marker, some mini glue dots, and you'll need some cardstock, crumb cake, Whisper White, and Old Olive. I've gone ahead and punched out 3 of the 5-petal punch in Whisper White, and I've placed them on a green background so that you can see it a little bit easier. I've also cut 2 little strips of cookie crumb, and that'll be the stamen for each of the lilies. The next step is to take one of the 5-petal flowers and cut out 1 petal. And you do that for each of them. And then what you do is you sponge with the soft suede and a sponge. I tried sponging it before I took the petal out, and I find it much easier to sponge once the petal has, that extra petal has been cut out. And you do that for all of them. Then with the paper hole, the small paper hole piercer, you cut, or you pierce a hole right where the tip of the scissors is, right where you have cut out that piece, right at the junction there. You won't be able to see me do that because you just can't get the right angle. Can you see how I've cut it right at the junction? And again, you do that for all of them. Then, with the Daffodil Delight marker, you just color some Daffodil Delight right around the punched out circle. The next step is to form the lily, and what you're doing is you're taking this petal and you're overlapping it to this petal. So that you end up with 3 petals. See how that works? And what you do is, or the best thing I found is, you just put a little glue dot, a mini glue dot, on one of the petals. Then when you overlap it, try to match up the petals if you can. There, that's not too bad. Then with a paintbrush handle or a bone folder, just kind of fold the petals back a little bit. And we already have a nice little lily formed already. We just have to put the stamen in the center. And sometimes you just have to make that hole in there just a little bit bigger, because when you overlap it, sometimes the little hole disappears. So just take the end of your scissors or a paper piercer. There's one through. Well, we'll just do the one. Snip off the excess. And again with a glue dot, fold that excess over at the bottom and just put a glue dot over it. And there's our lily with the stamen in it. Now you might want to trim that back a little bit. Yeah, just take the sponge. You might want to do this before you insert it in and just put a little bit of soft suede on it. And there you have a lily. To attach them to the card, I've got a card prepared here. I just put a small glue dot on the bottom, and then you attach them to the card. Sorry, my hand's in the way. And these leaves and petals I cut using the 2-step bird punch. There you go. And that's the lily. Just to show you the original card again. Here you go.